It's January 2nd, 2023. I'm getting ready to do a 12-card tarot spread that was suggested to me by Biddy Tarot. They're all over the social medias and the internet. One of the first online sites about tarot that I, just stumbled upon and started studying meanings behind certain cards. This deck is hilarious. I got it at a novelty shop for $6.99. It's based on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but I'm gonna shuffle a couple more times, cut it, and then deal out the 12. Whole lot of reversals. We have 1, 2, only 2 trumps. 1, 2, 3, 4 wands. Action. First impressions are action, fire, energy, and earth, material plane. My first impression, because I'm learning the tarot and I don't know everything that well. I don't know the symbolism of the imagery that well, and I'm learning. So I like to write down what the questions are for this particular spread, then guess what the answer might be from the card, and then go back and look up some symbolism of the card and see how correct I was or if I was off. First card is the Knight of Pentacles. This card was supposed to represent the previous year in summary. My previous year was about me trying to get my house in order, was trying to afford my house. I was trying to make it feel like a home, be able to afford to pay the bills. I guess it could have been a person. It's a court card. I guess it could have been another person in my life. My previous year was about being methodical in material gains. And that's what I think that one might be. Lessons learned from the past year, and it's the Devil reversed. I'm thinking that this could be, you don't have to be a slave to your bad habits. Like, this is a theme that was coming up for me a lot last year, that I had some bad habits and I was learning to be rid of them, to let them go. As this 8 of Cups, which this is the third question, was aspirations for the next 12 months. And I feel like this card symbolizes a bit of letting go too. Because there's a figure walking away, now it's reversed. So my question will be, when I look up this card in detail, is what does that reverse really mean? But it is a card of like letting go and kind of walking away from. And it's emotions, it's cups, symbolize emotions. I like that there's this little moon here in the card. It's like the subconscious is overlooking what's happening in this moment. It's kind of interesting. Okay, and then we've got the fourth card, which the question or whatever was, what empowers you reaching your aspirations in the coming year? Normally at the 4 of Wands, I would think of that as kind of like and here you have 2 people in front of a castle. They look happy and joyful. There's garlands on the wands. To me, it's 4. It's like a number of stability, and to me, this is like a stable and happy home. but it's reversed. Don't rely too much on your stable and happy home. Don't know, can't say yet. And I'm not sure that's an even correct impression yet. Okay, and so then that was 4. 5 is what may stand in the way of reaching your aspirations, and it's the Lovers. And for me, it's probably as a single person, I do tend to, I long for companionship and sometimes too much. And I have a codependent bent. And to me, this could mean you don't jump into any kind of codependent relationship that's gonna get you off track, off your goals. Okay, so number 6 is here, your relationships and emotions for the coming year. Guarded. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you say? She looks pretty guarded, although she can't even see. There's the moon again. There's that moon. She can't even really see, right? But she's armed, and she's seated, though, so she's not exactly at the ready for a fight. But yeah, she's like, none shall pass a little bit. Guarded. Looks like a guarded card. So, looks like I might be guarding my emotions this year, but I'll try to do a little bit better. Okay, this one is number 7, and it is the Ace of Wands reversed. And it's career and finances. What are the career and finances going to be? Well, if this was upright, I'd be pretty stoked. But since it's reversed, I feel like it's maybe telling me don't be too bold in your actions. Yeah, with money. So, like, don't overspend and don't, watch it. That's what that seems to mean to me. Okay, and then we've got, that was 7. This is 8. Your health and well-being for the coming year. This looks pretty good to me. It's a 2. It seems kind of balanced. He is holding one wand higher than the other, but it looks like he's got the whole world in his hand. So that seems all right. He looks healthy. He's standing out and admiring a beautiful vista. This looks pretty positive to me. I'm not feeling bad about that. Balance in actions, maybe, is what I'm getting from that. Okay, and then number 9, your spiritual energy and inner fulfillment is what the question is here for the coming year. And, well, this is not a bad card. Somebody's working in the garden, their earthly garden, and they're coming up with 7 pentacles there, and that's pretty good. It looks pretty abundant, but it's reversed. So I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm not sure what that might mean, but it might mean don't focus too hard on your fruits, material fruits. That there's more to spirituality than just stuff and things, is what that could mean. Okay, and then so down here we got the 10 of Wands as the number 10 card, and it is what you most need to focus on. And I think because this card is a card that looks like a person who has a lot of burden there, it's like I'm carrying a lot there. Because it's reversed, I'm thinking that what it's trying to tell me is that in the coming year, I should not focus on the fact that everything seems to be a burden. Like, perhaps everything's not a burden, or maybe I need to rethink really what a burden is. I don't know. 11 is this 10 of Cups. Reversed. Ten of Cups, pretty joyful card. Look at all these happy people. They're happy. There's dancing. There's children. It's a beautiful vista. There's a ding rainbow. But it's reversed, so I'm thinking that maybe what this is telling me, the question is your most important lesson to be learned in the coming year. And then maybe it's just that it ain't all sunshine and rainbows, you know? Like, some things are going to be hard. And maybe that's what I'm going to have to learn this year, is some things are going to be hard. And then we've got this one, number 12, overall, where you're headed. Well, this card actually came up, but I think it came up in a upright position in one of my readings recently, so I think it's pretty interesting, and I felt like I had a pretty good hang on it when I got it before when it was upright, because it's kind of a collaborative card. These people have some kind of papers, plans or something, and they're coming to this guy who's a worker, and they're gonna maybe they're gonna have a job together. Here's the Pentacles. It's almost like they're in a beautiful building with a window. And this guy's like almost like an artisan, and here's these people. They got some kind of plan. They're trying to start up with this guy. So to me, this is like a collaborating card, but I don't understand when it's reversed. I'm going to have to look that up and figure out exactly what that usually means. Okay, so that's the overall reading. I also tend to look at colors in readings, and I feel like it's a pretty good balance of yellows and blues. It's a little bit more of a downer of a reading for the new year than I would have hoped. I've been getting some pretty positive readings lately, so this one seems a little bit of a downer, but who knows? Who knows? Now I'm going to look up each individual card and kind of delve into it a little bit further and make some notes. I'm using Biddy Tarot because this was their spread. So I'm using their interpretations of cards. And here is what they say about the Knight of Pentacles. Again, this was supposed to be my overall year last year. And it says the Knight of Pentacles, like the knights of the other suits, represent work, effort, and the responsibility that follows upon the dreams and ideals of the page. This knight is the most hardworking, methodical, and detail-oriented character of the tarot deck. He may not be the most inspiring or creative knight, but he'll do the work to get the results he seeks, even if that work is highly repetitive or routine. Yeah, that seems really accurate to my last year. That really, really does. When this card appears in a tarot reading, you are working methodically towards your goals. You have a plan in place and are sticking to your schedule to get the job done. You may not work particularly quickly, but you are consistent, dedicated, and committed to your goal. So, the Devil reversed tends to mean releasing limited beliefs, exploring dark thoughts or attachments. In relation to what lessons I learned from the last year, I think that's pretty spot on. It says here in Biddy Tarot that the Devil reversed can often appear when you are on the verge of a breakthrough or an up-leveling, which is interesting because I've been getting a lot of astrology readings that talk about leveling up, that I'm on the cusp of leveling up. We're going to get some downloads that are going to help me in my own spiritual quest. So I'm being called to my highest potential, but first I must let go of any unhealthy attachments or limiting beliefs that may hold me back. Often When you are called to something more, you must deal with your shadows before you can step into this new version of yourself. It may be an addiction, unhealthy relationships, or a disengaging career. Let go of fear and release any self imposed limiting beliefs standing in the way of your growth. It is easier than you realized. This third card, the Eight of Cups reversed, the question was the aspirations for the next 12 months. Well, this here in Biddy Tarot says the Eight of Cups reversed key words are trying one more time, indecision, aimless drifting, and walking away. So walking away is what I had initially thought of as my first impression of the card. It says the real question could be, can the circumstances improve or is it a lost cause? Check in with your intuition to understand whether you should give this situation one more chance or if you should release and let go. Aspirations for the coming year. Well, if what I really want is a productive, fulfilling, creative life, well, then I do want to give it one more go. And I do think it would be worth it. Okay, so the Four of Wands reversed in the position of the spread that means what empowers you in reaching your aspirations. And their reversed keywords are personal celebration, inner harmony, but conflict with others and transition. Okay, so let's look a little bit further into what they mean by that. Four of Wands reversed can indicate that you are celebrating the achievement of a personal goal, for example, quitting smoking or doing yoga for 30 days in a row. You do not feel compelled to proclaim this achievement to others, instead choosing to create your own special reward for the hard work you put in. You may also be in the midst of your journey and yet to reach the finish line, hence preferring to honor this mini milestone privately. You know who you are and why you are here. You have come home to yourself and your inner being. That sounds pretty good. Okay, the fifth card, the Lovers. And the question again was, what might stand in your way of reaching your aspirations for the year? I mean, this card is generally a positive card, meaning love, harmony, relationships, values, alignment, and choices. So it's usually a really good card. So, but in this position for this particular read, they're saying what's going to stand in my way of my aspirations for the year. So let's see what this description, if this shines any more light on that. The Lover's card shows a naked man and woman standing beneath the angel Raphael, whose name means God heals. Behind the woman stands a tall apple tree with a snake winding its way up the trunk. The serpent and the apple tree represent the temptation of sensual pleasures that may take one's focus away from the divine. The Lover's card represents conscious connections and meaningful relationships. The arrival of this card in the tarot reading shows that you have a beautiful, soul-honoring connection with a loved one. The Lovers is a card of open communication and raw honesty. Given that the man and woman are naked, they are both willing to be in their most vulnerable states and have learned to open their hearts to one another and share their truest feelings. In a reading, this card is a sign that by communicating openly and honestly with those you care about, you will create a harmonious and fulfilling relationship built on trust and respect. Okay, I don't really understand how that's going to stand in my way of meeting my aspirations. I don't know if that's just, I don't really know. I don't really understand that. Approaching relationships and emotions in the coming year. And I had said guarded, and Biddy Tarot is saying difficult decisions, weighing up options, avoidance, and an impasse. Okay. So, and this is about my relationships and my emotions for the coming year. Okay. I don't really, this reading is kind of negative. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So, the Two of Swords indicates that you are facing a challenging decision, but you are unclear about which option to take. Both possibilities may seem equally good or equally bad, and you are stumped about which will lead you to the best outcome. You must be able to weigh up the pros and cons of each choice and then make a conscious judgment. The woman in this card wears a blindfold, indicating that she cannot see the entirety of her circumstances, like I said before in my first impression. You may lack the information you need to make the right decisions. You may be missing something, such as the threats or potential risks, alternative solutions, or critical pieces of information that would help guide you in a particular direction. Once you remove the blindfold and see the situation for what it really is, you will be in a much better position to find your best path forward. Research your options more, seek outside opinions and feedback, and ask yourself what you might be missing. Okay, the invitation is to make your choices with your best intentions, fully aware of the possible consequences. Avoidance will lead to greater conflict and stagnation. Okay, so don't avoid. Don't avoid. All right, gotcha. Next card. Okay, the Ace of Wands reversed is the 7th card, and the 7th card was asking me what my career and finances were going to be like for the upcoming year. And I said, I hate that that's reversed. I would rather that would be upright. And it's because reversed, it means, well, it could mean an emerging idea, which, okay, I'm on to that. That sounds good. Or it could mean lack of direction, distractions, or delays. Well, it is Mercury retrograde after all. So, but that's only for the first 3 weeks of the year. So, I'm not sure. Ace of Wands reverse suggests that you can sense an idea emerging from within, but are uncertain what form it will take or how you will manifest in the world. Well, that definitely seems true. Hence all the tarot reading. Okay. You may have energy and passion in spades, but you do not yet have a clear outlet to express them. You may be waiting for something else to happen before you pursue this idea, or you may prefer to keep your idea private until your confidence kicks in. All of these wonderful ideas are bubbling up, but now you must find a way to harness this creative energy to set you up in the long term. There is no point in working towards a goal if it does not motivate you, so take time to contemplate what it is you aspire to and what you wish to achieve out of this situation. So this is the number 8 spot, and it is the 2 of Wands. This was about health and for the coming year, and I was like, it looks pretty good. 2 of Wands, kind of balanced action. He's got the world in his hands. Let's see what they say. The key words are future planning, progress, decisions, and discovery. So that's pretty cool. Shows a man dressed in a red robe and hat, holding a small globe. The world is literally in his hands. The man has not yet left his comfort zone to pursue them. He is still very much in the planning phase. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty accurate for me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, on the health tip, yeah, that too, because I have just recently changed some bad habits having to do with my health and started some good ones having to do with my health. So, yeah, okay. Planning. It says it takes the spark of inspiration from the Ace of Wands happens to just be right there. Turns it into a clear action path. You went through the discovery phase and know what you want to manifest. Now you need to figure out how. That one is one of the more positive ones of the spread. So that's cool. Okay, so number 9 is the Seven of Pentacles, and it is about spiritual energy and inner fulfillment. And I said originally, don't be too focused on material gains. And this here says the keywords are lack of long-term vision, limited success, or reward. So yeah, the Seven of Pentacles reverse suggests your efforts may be scattered at this time and you are questioning whether you are investing in the right areas. You may outlay some initial money on things that will not produce fruit. Examine where you are investing your time, energy, and resources, and make sure you are satisfied with your current progress and receiving a return on those investments. Okay, so the number 10 card is the 10 of Wands reversed, and I think I initially said don't see everything as a burden. The key words for the reverse 10 of Wands are doing it all, carrying the burden, delegation, and release. Okay? When the 10 of Wands reversed appears in a tarot reading, it is often a sign that you are trying to do too much by yourself. In your effort to be everything to everyone, you have found yourself struggling under the weight of it all. All right, and the number 11 card is the 10 of Cups reversed. Your most important lesson to be learned this year. And I said, it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. Okay. So here's what it says in Biddy Tarot. The keywords of the 10 of Cups reversed is disconnection, misaligned values, struggling relationships. When the reversed 10 of Cups card appears in a tarot reading, you are seeking greater harmony and connection in your relationships. In your mind, you had wished for a beautiful, harmonious relationship, but in reality, you feel disconnected and disengaged from your loved one. The reverse 10 of Cups can also appear when you are contemplating what a loving relationship means for you. Rather than building relationships with others, you are focusing your attention inward so you can gain clarity around what you want from a relationship. Ask yourself what an ideal relationship looks like to you and how you want to give and receive love. Consider how you bring more of this energy into your future relationships. Could also mean you're neglecting your family while you're pursuing your material goals. Your work-life balance is out of whack, and you're spending less and less quality time with your family. If you continue to neglect your family, you'll find that relationships will suffer and you may not achieve an overall sense of contentment and happiness as planned. And that makes sense with the imagery of the card, like the happy family, and it's upside down. Okay, so this is the last card. Card number 12, the 3 of Pentacles reversed. And it was about where I'm headed. And I was right, because this card is normally about collaboration, and it's reversed. It's about working alone. So, okay, working alone for the next year. Maybe not. Let's see. Let's go further down into it and see what it's suggesting. Okay, so I may be grappling with a lack of harmony with fellow team members, making it difficult to complete a project. You're not on the same page as one another. You're not listening or valuing one another's opinions and ideas. If this resonates, you need to realign with the original goals of the project and make new agreements about how you will work together to achieve those goals. You may need to renegotiate timelines, resources, and the amount of energy you each put into the project. Given that the upright Three of Pentacles is about proper planning and organization, the reversal of this card can suggest that you need to bring more systematic energy into your job. If you do not have a clear view of how you will accomplish your goals, then it will be beneficial to stop work momentarily and plan out your next steps at a detailed level. Okay, well, that's fascinating. Okay, so because this has come up. This has come up more than once in these cards about having a plan. Having a plan. Yeah, it's like I need one. And I don't feel like I have one, a solid one. So they're right. Okay, they. There may also be a lack of respect between team members, the individuals trying to prove themselves and gain superiority over others. If this is the case, set clear guidelines for the team, especially around respect and collaboration. Acknowledge the unique contribution each person makes, no matter his or her experience or knowledge. The Three of Pentacles reverse can also point out that you are working in a relatively mundane job in which your contributions and experience go unappreciated and undervalued. There is not much opportunity for growth and advancement, and you feel as if your skills and capabilities are not being utilized. So this all sounds like work stuff. And I don't really want my entire year to be about my current employment job. I just feel like creative work is completely different from what I do for money, and maybe that's my problem. That could be my problem, is that I can't conceive of making money doing what I actually want to do. So there's that. Okay, we're getting down to the nuts and bolts of it. Okay. Well, it says at times the Three of Pentacles reverse can indicate that you prefer to go it alone and get the job done yourself. You may be fed up waiting for others or feel inclined to just do it all on your own. You may be right. However, if you find yourself struggling, be open to asking for help, which is what came up right here. So there you go. I mean, I don't know. Very interesting spread. Very fascinating read. They all seem to be saying about the same thing. Get a plan. Stick to it. Be open. If you feel overburdened, ask for help. Don't neglect your family and your loved ones, that seems to be what's going on here. So that's my first reading of a whole year, total year reading of 2023. So we're just going to keep on with this, and not daily, but every few days I'm going to document another aspect of divination, mostly using tarot, astrology, and some trinket divination. So yeah, that was entry number 1. So thanks for watching.